Alrighty. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June the 3rd. And it's time for some Plains and Prairies DLC. I've been messing around with it a little bit earlier today. But we're going to use it on a map that it's probably made for. Or at least it works on relatively well. I hope. So yeah, going to use Plains Prairies DLC on the new Judith Plains Montana map that was just released actually a couple days ago. And yeah, gonna see how it goes. So let me get everything set up here. Bring up the game. Got it paused right now. There we go. Got everything set up beforehand. Basically earlier today, I was setting a whole bunch of stuff up for this for the stream because I knew I was going to do it. And yeah, so we got machines already, and we're going to use them. So we'll take a bit of a tour around. This is the yard that I chose. It's a bit of a smaller one. Over here, just to the east of the Timber and Sage Ranch, there's multiple pre-made farms on this map. There's also a whole bunch of open lots. So you got Bison Ridge, Wild Prairie, Copper Creek, Snowcap, which is actually one of the ones that I was going to go with. It was kind of a toss-up between this one and this lot down here, but ended up choosing this one because it's a little bit more open, which is how I prefer it. This is a 4X map, so quite large. You can probably hear it now. There's the crop duster that keeps flying over, so we'll hear that multiple times. I'm assuming. Apparently, there's another open lot over here. I just realized that that's covered up by the field layer. Huh. Weird. But yeah. So anyway, there's Big Sky, Snowcap. There's a bunch of stuff: Copper Creek, Bison Ridge, Wild Prairie. There's a couple of forests. There's a sawmill. So yeah, but we're down here. And we've got ourselves a potato field and a grass field, and we're not doing potatoes. That would take forever to do. So the answer is no. But we are going to do some contracts, I think, if we can actually get some. So here's the bin site. There's actually a built-in grain dryer or corn dryer. Really, it's not even a grain dryer; it's a corn dryer. The corn is grain, so. You know, we also got a fermenting silo. Probably not going to use that. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. But there's the corn dryer. I don't have any propane in it at the moment, so we're gonna figure that out. I don't know how in the world to even get propane. I'm assuming it's using these. No. Okay. I was like, there's got to be something custom here, right? There is. So that's good. We can use these guys. Oh, you know the one thing I forgot to get? I forgot to grab a truck. So let me do that right quick. Let me grab the new truck, which I've been using a little bit in my testing. And I absolutely love this truck. So 147, that's expensive, but that's okay. And then we're going to grab this guy, the Trout River live bottom rear lift trailer. And if you're curious, the rear lift, yeah, this whole ass end comes up, and the I guess the axle frame, whatever this is, will move forward a bit, and so you can lift it up. You can, dump into a trailer if you really need to. So yeah, gonna buy one of those. So yeah, you probably noticed already. There is a bit of stuttering happening. I don't know if that's the game or the fact that that there's a couple of little issues with this DLC. It's been pointed out by a lot of other people, but the unlimited color configurations mod from Giants won't work with the versatile tractors. For some reason, it removes all the decals and uses the wrong color on one of the versatilles. I've noticed an issue with the real dirt color mod, where if you have the Vaderstad tempo planter that was added, it will just start erroring out like crazy, basically soft locking the game. So that's not fun, but you know, is what it is. These things happen. I'm gonna park this guy right here. I don't actually have any shed space anymore because of all the crap that I've put in the in these buildings, which I will iterate. These are not removable, which is my one about this map. And actually, kind of my big complaint about DJ modding's maps in general is that the buildings are not removable, and it just kind of it lacks personality. Like the buildings are great, they look great, they they fit really well with the map, but I have buildings that I'd like to use, and there's not a whole lot of space out here to use them without removing these buildings, and I can't remove the buildings. So it is what it is. It's not I'm not intending to be disrespectful to the map maker, but it would be nice to have removable buildings. Of course, I could go in, it's a PC only map, I could go in and edit it myself, but I don't know, I don't really want to do that. So I guess I'll just make space with what I have. So I'll do a bit of a equipment tour. Of course, we got the truck that we just bought. I don't know how I didn't buy this before the stream, but is what it is. Got our cedar setup over here. This is the new 84-foot Vaderstad Seed Hawk. So 84-foot drill. Don't remember what that is in meters, like 19, I think. Where I passed it, didn't I? I did. Cedars 25.6. I was way off. So yeah, basically the biggest cedar now a part of the game, which is pretty good. And of course, we got the air cart to go with it. It's the PD1000. Don't remember how much this holds, but it holds a decent amount. Got the big old chonky tires in the back. This comes with rear duals as an option. However, it does not have front duals, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping to have front duals, like basically a full set of duals, but it doesn't have that. So there's that. I guess we'll go over here and look in this building. Got the versatile MFWD. I can't remember what the M is. I know the FWD is four-wheel drive. I guess it's mechanical four-wheel drive. Or mechanical. It's something. It's mechanical something. Either four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. I'm not sure, but got this. The big engine on it, 365, has 400 horsepower. Apparently weighs 17 tons. That's quite heavy. The versatile Delta Track, the 620, of course, big engine, might as well. This thing is, the turning is really strange in this thing. It feels like it wants to have this weird arc to its curve, or a weird arc to its turn. It feels wrong. It's not as like the turning circle is a lot wider than I'm used to. So I guess it's not really a complaint. It's just more of a, a thing that I guess I got to get used to. But it's a pretty awesome little tractor. So there's those. Got a glimpse of the stuff in here. We have the Salford 9620 applicator. It's the Valmar 9620 air boom applicator. love that this thing is in Farm Sim now, because I've always wanted to see something like this, and to actually have it in the game is pretty awesome. Or have something like this in the game is pretty awesome. This is the Vaderstead Tempo planter I was talking about. So this one, if you have the Real Dirt color mod, when you start moving, I guess something with the tracks, I would imagine, is just kind of messing with the mod, and so it starts erroring out and soft locking the game until you stop moving, and then it works again. So I had to remove that mod, which is unfortunate. Got the Vaderstead, Jesus, the Versatile Nemesis. This one's also got the big engine, 255. Actually comes with both power shift and CVT transmissions. So went with the CVT because it's smoother. Got this one set up on BKT wides, I think. Yeah, BKT wide tires. Figured that was good for this tractor. Not entirely sure what we're going to use it for, but I'm sure we'll find a use for it. So this has 272 horsepower. The Delta Track has 665, I think. Yeah, 665 horsepower. So lots of Hurspers. If you know what you know where that comes from, then you probably watch a lot of YouTube. This thing, I am super glad that this thing is in the game. The Fendt Rogator 900 series. This one's the 937, 937H, which I don't know what the H designation is. The only thing I can see changing is these light towers. I guess the poles with the lights on them. So not entirely sure what the H designation means, but it has to mean something. But this thing is super cool. Let me pop into the customization. I'll show you what I mean. So it comes with 3 different rear options. So you have a sprayer version of it, 1,100 gallons, 1,300 gallons, which I love that this is in gallons, but I hate that this is still in liters. I wish that it was a lot more, cohesive, but it isn't. 27 all the way up to 40 meters. This one actually becomes, I believe that's either an aluminum boom or a stainless steel. I'm not sure which material that would be, but pretty cool. Comes with the NL 720 spreader. This is just your standard kind of spreader. It's a new liter spreader, but Fendt branded, I guess. So that's what, 20, it says 20 meters. It's supposed to be 42. That, I don't know why that's wrong, but whatever. I guess somebody didn't change a line in the XML, which happens from time to time. So there's that. And then there's this, which is the Air Max. So basically, if you think of the Salford air boom applicator, the 9620, this is basically that, but just a smaller version of it. Almost the same width. I think the 9620 is actually larger or wider than this, but it's really cool to have this in the game. So definitely going to be using this as my main kind of spreader rig from now on. So yeah, got it set up in the sprayer config. I can show you, I guess. Got it set up on BKT Narrows, 937H, like I said, 1,300 gallons, 40 meter boom. So this will be the spray rig. This Salford will be the spreader rig. Now, confusingly, it's like, okay, why would you do a spreader versus, or a spreader and a sprayer? So the spreaders in the DLC do not do lime. Now I'm going to show you something, and I actually probably should have checked this before. Okay, yeah, so that doesn't do lime. I thought I had a mod in that changed that, but it doesn't do lime. So having something like the liquid lime mod in, which I have, and conveniently there's a tank right here for it. It has the regular lime symbol on the ground, but it's because there's no liquid lime thing in this placeable signs mod. But you can see in the bottom right, it says liquid lime. So the sprayer can do liquid lime because the liquid lime mod adds that to all sprayers. And this one is included in that. And apparently can do anhydrous. That's weird. That's not how anhydrous is applied, but sure, I guess we wanted to do it that way. Although maybe it's applied that way. I don't actually know. I'd have to do some research on that. Anyway, the liquid lime mod, so I can do lime with this. So this will be like a lime sprayer slash herbicide rig. So that's kind of why I have that with the spreader. So kind of cover all the bases and everything. That's everything in there. Of course, I already showed that off. For combine, good lord, this game is stuttering like crazy now. For combine, just have the case AF11 on Michelin rear tires, and of course the tracks. FT250 header, just base game, literally both of these base game pieces. Nothing special with them. And yeah, I think that's it. It's really all there is to it. So let's get to work. We got some stuff to do. Also, I actually forgot to mention this. I have another yard over here that I was gonna show some stuff. There's more equipment. So the big old Brandt 2500 DXT is a new grain cart as part of the DLC. This thing is huge. It is unbelievably massive. The largest grain cart in Farm Sim currently that I'm aware of. At least as a part of both base game and DLC, it is the largest. Larger than the Demco 2200 that was released on the Mod Hub. Larger than the Elmer's... why do I forget the name on that one? The... gotta look in the store because I can't remember the name. The Hallmaster. I should have known that. Larger than the Hallmaster. Even larger than this thing, which is hilarious. So yeah, 88,000 liters, which is around about 2,500 bushels, I believe. So yeah, pretty sweet little thing. And then of course, I believe this is the final piece, the Salford Independent 1260. Yeah, Independent I-1200 series. This is the 1260. Absolutely love this thing. It's a disc harrow, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's really nice to have a proper Salford piece of equipment. We've had Salford moldboard plows before, but to have something like this, just a straight up disc, is pretty awesome. So definitely going to use this as a primary cultivator going forward, probably even more than the Summer Super Chisel. Which the Summer Super Chisel is great, but I think this Salford is just as good. So I think that's it for the equipment. Double check the garage menu just to make sure. Yep, that's it. Now, one thing to mention with this map, good lord, the freeze frames. That's going to become a problem at some point. One thing to notice, or one thing to note with this map, when you start a new save, it doesn't matter what mode you're in. So if you're in New Farmer, Farm Manager, Start from Scratch, you're going to have vehicles at the shop, which there are 2 towns in this on this map. And I'll show you here in a second. There are 2 towns in this map, and the shop is up here in the town called Moxon. And normally there would be vehicles out here kind of just dotted around. It'd be like one here, one over here, one there, stuff like that. It was like a forage harvester. There was 2 combines, a few tractors. There was like some seeders, planters, whatever down that way. Those you cannot use with GPS or Courseplay because you don't own them. Which I have come to find out before setting this all up. I had to go into the vehicles XML and delete them because you don't own them, you can't delete them the standard way. And so you have to go in and either change the farm ID or delete them entirely. What I should have done is probably deleted them. I should have changed their farm ID and then deleted them, but I didn't. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, I think that's all the sort of pleasantries out of the way. We can go back to home base and try to figure out what we're going to do. So we've got grass here. It's in stage 3 of 4. Which funny, there's two there's two growth stage indicators in the bottom right. So that's good. I think there's might be a mod conflict. But at least one of them is correct. The other one is not correct. And the one that's not correct is the ready to harvest, because this is not ready to harvest yet. This is still one stage away from being fully grown. And this one over here too is one stage away. Now, this is only 50% fertilized, so we are actually going to start with some spreading, I guess. So let me grab this guy. Probably not realistic to use a tractor with duals with a spreader on grass like that. But, you know, I mean, you gotta play a little unrealistic at times. So that's what we're going to do. Not going to play too unrealistically, though. All right. Now, where did I put... It's over there. You need to go over to the mineral cell silo. Also, one of the greatest things about this DLC is all of the... Why is the cover not opening? The covers actually have animations, which is awesome. It's what I would have hoped to have in this game from the start, but unfortunately, that wasn't a thing until now. So, good job, Giants. So I'm going to fill this up with solid fertilizer. We're not going to need that much. Although I did not change this. I should probably do that. We're going to go down to like 50% on all these. Oh, cool. Hydrus is actually listed in here too. I didn't know that. Although I guess the that mod, the adjust spray levels mod, it says it works with anything that adds spray types. So, and Hydrus counts as a spray type. This might actually be like too heavy, but we're gonna try it. This is a heavy thing. Holy cow! Let's get her unfolded. I've not actually used this thing yet on a field, so kind of my first experience. I should also remember to turn off double application rate, even though it doesn't matter. And yes, there is double application rate on this because that's also a mod that I have. That's the fertilize once mod, I believe is what it's called. I don't quite remember the name of it. Oh, you know what? This might not actually be working. It's not. Okay, that was a complete waste of time. I guess I should have checked that before I started. So, no fertilizing. At least as of yet. We'll probably do more fertilizing. I guess first thing we can do is cultivate up that potato field, because I am not doing potatoes. It is not happening. Not a snowball's chance in hell. Now I have nowhere to put this fertilizer, which I guess wouldn't matter for this thing, because that's all it's ever going to do is fertilizer. Oh my god, the stutters. That's gonna become a problem if that's not fixed. I don't think it's this map, because I've had this problem. I was doing some testing on another map, and I think I was having the same problem. So it might be some of the stuff in the DLC is just kind of a little heavy. I'm going to leave this guy here for the moment. Also because I have to grab this guy to get the Salford, the 1260. I don't know if you can tell through the screen, but this thing it's slow to turn and is very, I don't know, just it feels sluggish, and its turning radius is a lot wider than I would have expected. There's that plane again. There he is. You flying. So I'm just gonna sneak right through here. I'll probably get used to this at some point. It does turn a little. It does turn a little strange. I mean, maybe that's how it is in real life. Maybe this thing is a little different than anything I'm familiar with. Okay, let's see. So these potatoes are growing. They're stage 5 and 9. This field is actually already 100% fertilized. So we're gonna disc it up because I am not doing potatoes. Have I mentioned that I'm not doing potatoes? I'll stop. I'll stop mentioning it. I think we get the point. Oh, there we go. I hadn't done any of that since I started the game up again. Oh, come on. We'll come back and fix that. It's fine. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. It's been pretty uneventful for me. Which is a good thing. I just realized I never set the music going. What kind of streamer am I? There we go. Good Lord, come on. There you go. We'll fix that later. Come back and do all the touch-ups later. Matthew French, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. Uh-oh. Don't want to hit the pole. That would be bad. There we go. How's my day been? It's been pretty good. Uneventful, which is okay. You know, nothing nothing of note, I guess. So it's been kind of how's your day been? Hopefully it's been good. Good, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Okay, let me do a little thinking here. I think I'm going to start on the other side. Make a little bit more sense. Instead of having to do these short passes. No, I'll have to do the short passes anyway. I gotta check something. What is the working speed on that? Oh, it is 11 miles an hour. Okay. Going fast. Oh, that's interesting. Is that counted as a... Yeah, it's counted as a disc arrow, but it says lower cultivator. Or lift and lower cultivator. Although I don't know if the other ones are the same. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't think I've ever paid attention to that. Show off a little bit of the interior of this thing. It's pretty interesting. Sitting a little bit further back than I would think. Although I think the camera position is a little further back because my head's basically right on top of the seat. Right on top of the seat back. So, interesting. I don't know if I'll show the other tractors or not. They're not from all the videos that I've seen. They're not particularly ones that I would want to use, just because of their handling is a little iffy. They're slow to get up and go, and their shifting is kind of weird. Oh, whoops. That was the wrong line. Let me fix that. I'm gonna go off the GPS line. I'm gonna do this by hand a little bit the rest of the way. Not much here, so I'm gonna not do short passes, because that gets kind of annoying sometimes. Hit these spots while we can. And there we go. I think that's basically every piece of that field filled up. So nice. So let me see if there's any things here. Did I not turn that off? I did. I just never refreshed the contracts. Bailing, if I don't of course, first thing I get is the Nemesis. I already have one. God, the Nemesis with a Massey 2270? Is that the 2270? I can't remember if that's the 2270. I don't think it is. What is that? Just that Baylor number. Baylor's 2370. I was close. But a Nemesis with a 2370, I don't think that's going to work. It's a bit of a size difference. It's bale wrapping, which no. Fertilizing contracts, we could do that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the Nemesis. Giants. No, that's not how that works. That's not enough horsepower for that thing. You can't use a Nemesis with a friggin' 9620. That's not how that works. Jesus. What are you trying to do? Kill the, you trying to kill the tractor? There's a mowing contract. I don't have a mower. Could do it. Spraying contract too. Okay. 121, 73. I don't know which one's closer, but actually they're all really far away. Let's see. Harvesting oats on 75. That's way up there. 140. Yeah, I don't want to do any baling contracts because that gets, I've already done enough of that. Like, especially doing it on a 4X map like this. Like I was doing it on, what's that, Waseca County, the Waseca County map. And it took basically 2 streams. It was like 2 streams to get 3 contracts done. So that was rough. So I'm not doing bailing again. I should probably actually just turn it off in the better contract settings. Oh, you can't. Right. Shit. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So 18. Where is field 18? That's not that far, is it? It is. Where is it? Oh, it's way over there. You'd think it'd be over here somewhere, but it's not. How would I even get there? I'd have to go down to this town, which I believe is... I don't remember the name of that town. What does that say? You know what that says. I swear I saw the town name in there somewhere. Hobson, that's the one. So I'd have to go this way, down here through Hobson, up to the highway. And then down the highway up to this. For a fertilizing contract? F it. We're gonna do it. See, bale wrapping, no. Harvesting, no. Hoeing, definitely not. Mowing, maybe, I don't know. And then field 73. Where is field 73? 73 is somewhere. You know the shape of it. Right there. Okay, that's not too far away. I'd have to basically go up, whatever that, I don't even know what that says. I'd have to go basically north, although I hit kind of a weird area, so there's no road leading up to it. So I'd actually have to go to the highway again. So I'd have to go here, basically straight across to the east, go north, go to Bison Ridge, take a right, and then enter the highway to 73. Okay. I'll take that one. Luckily, most of this stuff is somewhat fast, so won't be too bad, I hope. But we're gonna find out. So let's do. Oh, look at that! Lots of content creators. FSG, DJ, Clutch, Farmer Cop, Matsy, all them. There's the list of credits for all the models and everything. Scripting, testing. All the credits for assistance and everything. And there's DJ Modding's previous maps. So UMRV both in 19 and 22. Green Valley, Nebraska, Red River, Oklahoma, Deer Country, somewhere in Canada. Great maps. I gotta say, like, a lot of these are fantastic maps, especially somewhere in Canada was pretty good. Oklahoma, Red River Valley was my favorite, I think, out of all of these, aside from Green Valley. So yeah, I think Red River was probably my top favorite of all of these, and then Oklahoma. So I'd love to see these maps come back, especially Oklahoma and Red River. But I don't know, maybe in the future. Okay, let's take this guy. I'm gonna park him up right by the shed, and I think we're gonna go do that fertilizing contract first, because, well, I don't know. I figure I want to do the fertilizing or the spraying contract first. Well, we were going to use the fertilizer. We were going to use the applicator on one of our fields, so might as well just use it. Actually get some use out of it. We'll go make sure it's filled up. You know, it's not going to matter because I'm going to use a ton of fertilizer anyway. Just cheat it a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's begin the journey to head over to field 18. See if I remember the way to get there. So I have to go to the east. Is that? Hold on. Am I going under or over a railroad? I think I'm going over a railroad. So then I have to go. I can either go north or south. It doesn't really matter. I think going north would be okay. Although maybe I can cut across to the highway through this dirt road, because this looks like a dirt road. I can probably cut across there. Quentin, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. I could probably cut across this dirt road to the north of the river. And then I can cut south on the highway. Let's try that. All right, here we go. The journey begins. Driving at least like a mile and a half or 2 miles. I don't know. Which in real life would be a fairly short distance. In the game is like an eternity. You can imagine how 16x maps are. Those are friggin' unbelievable. I think I've spent like a grand total of about like 5 combined hours on 16x maps because I just can't. It's too big. The map is just too expansive. I like big fields, I like big maps, but 16x is too big. It is way too big. Even some 4x maps are a little bit oversized. This one is probably fine for what it is. Although I don't really know. I haven't tested it all that much. Also, okay, this doesn't match up what I thought it would be. It's weird. It's we're going a little bit off track on the old map. That's okay. Okay. Do a little bit of a direction check. Go big or fucking go home. Don't be a bitch. I mean, sure, I guess. Okay, so we've come out here instead of here. So this is awkward. So let me see. Is there actually a dirt road here that I can cut across? The answer is no. The dirt road does not exist. It is just the river. Okay. Plan B then. Do I cut south and go to I can't speak. Do I cut south to go through the town? Or do I go north, then east, then south again? I think I just answered my own question. I should probably cut south because that's a little shorter. So we're gonna do that. And for realism's sake, we'll turn our beacon, our single beacon on, and our hazards. And yes, traffic is not turned on because I do not like traffic in this game. It's the biggest pain in the ass in the entire game. Now, interestingly, there's a road right there, which I think... Oh, that's just the entrance to the Rocky Mountain ethanol plant. Okay. So I guess that's an ethanol plant then. Although it doesn't show anything. Weird. Train check. Any trains coming? Nope. Would have been funny if one just smacked right into me. Is the train... Hold on. Is the train even... Oh, yeah, the train is moving. Meep. Big tractor coming through. See if I can get through the crosswalk without killing somebody. Nailed it. Oh, there's a cone. Gotta watch out for the cone. Okay. Stop here for the moment. So I think if I go up to the right and then to the highway, that should be fine. What is that? Oh, what? Peterbilt Pacific. How about that? Peterbilt's not even in the game. They should be, but they're not. Trucks entering highway. About tractors entering highway. Stein. Tractors are just as important. Hey, there's a postal office right there. I forgot I'm like a... It's like I have ADHD. I keep diverting my attention. This is barely even a highway. It's more of a something. I don't know. There's McDonald's. Anybody want McDonald's? Too bad. We're passing McDonald's. There's the train. Little BNSF. Is that a BNSF train? Yeah, it is. Weird. All right, so I think it's not this road, it's the next one. This is our turn. Make sure we don't kill anybody in the process. Turn the beacon off, turn the hazards off. We're not going to need those. So let's see, which field was it? Can't even see myself on the... Good Lord. There it is. Okay, I found it. It's this one. Oh, conveniently, another potato field. I should tell that guy to not do potatoes, because potatoes is a bad idea. Take him 7,000 years to do it. All right. Let's get a little steering assist going on. Where's my chicken nuggies, damn it? A little bit of speed adjustment. There we go. And we're fertilizing. Maybe we'll stop by McDonald's on the way back, you know. Gonna knock this sign down real quick. Yeet. Probably didn't need to, but wanted to. Yeah, I gotta say, the kind of in the time that I've been using the DLC for the better part of today, it's honestly pretty good. You know, I would say it's pretty good, a pretty good DLC. It has a couple little minor issues that, you know, that happens. I mentioned this earlier, but basically there's a couple mods that don't work with the DLC currently. One of them actually happens to be a Giants mod, which is weird. You would think that a Giants mod would work fine with everything. For some reason it doesn't. And then the other one is Real Dirt Color, where the planter that's included in this pack, if you start driving with the planter attached, it basically just starts erroring out and soft locks the game until you stop moving, and then it returns to normal. So a couple little minor things, but those will be fixed within the next few days, I would assume. Probably sometime this week, maybe next week. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Other than that, though, I mean, just a few things to get used to. I mean, the turning of the Delta track is a little weird. So I gotta get used to that. And then the stuttering as well is a little bit of a problem. Steam just auto-updated GTA on Android. Classic. Classic Steam. Oh, Jesus. Gotta love it. Look at that, we're already back around at the beginning. So let's see. Okay, so I gotta do just a little bit of that section there. And okay. So we'll start up top, I think. I believe it's gonna be... Is it that one? It is that one. Okay. Turn it around. But yeah, good old Steam just ruining everything for everyone. It's kind of a joke because Steam has actually done well, as far as I can tell, a few good things. So they've been all right. Aside from the thing that I had seen a while back, I think it was one of those it was like a Half-Life project or like a Black Mesa project or something that was initially greenlit by Valve to like be released. And then for some reason it was ungreenlit. And it's like I wouldn't even know why. I mean, I assume Steam has Valve has a reason for it, but don't know what that reason is. An interesting design for the headliner. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just remembered something. That's not the button. I think there's new merch in here somewhere. There's Pottinger, Volvo. Oh, they didn't do... Oh. Giants. I thought there was new First Tile merch, but there's only Pottinger merch. You know, I'll just put on the audio's cutting in and out. Shouldn't be. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I don't know. Seems fine on my end. As far as I can tell from the live control side. Maybe fix your stuff, bruh. Fix your stuff, bruh. Okay. Back up just a little bit. There we go. She get it figured out there, Quentin? I don't even know if you can hear me if the audio is supposedly cutting in and out. But as far as I could tell, it wasn't doing it on my the live control or the live studio control thing, whatever the hell YouTube calls it. Seems fine. Although maybe I didn't check far back, all that far back. All right, there we go. That field is fertilized. Beautiful. And I wonder if it's going to want to do the second stage too. Yep. Oh no, 77, 19. Oh, 19's right over here. Can do 77 too. Where's 77? It's way up there. Jesus. Yeah, let's do these ones. We'll do 77, 19. Oh, that one popped up. Wheat on 133 acres. Oof. Big. All right. Yeah, so 19 and then 77. I think I'll actually do this one on course play. So turn that off. So 22 meters, we'll do 2 headlands. We'll do 2 rounded corners. We'll see how that goes. Should be okay. First waypoint, go. Just strap down outside chairs. Is storming where you're at? It's crazy. All right, let's get the sprayer. Let's see if I can get it good to go. So I got to fill up with herbicide, which I don't have a tank for. So how much does this hold again? 4,900. So I need like a pallet or two and a half pallets of the herbicide. Where did I put the thing? It's over in the other corner. Okay. So I need 3 pallets of the herbicide. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Oof. That's no good. All right, see if bulk fill will do what I want it to do. There we go. Now we make the long drive to wherever we're going. 73, yeah, 73. So if I remember, I have to just go the same direction that I was going originally. So due east, come out here, and then 73 is up there. So I have to go north and east and then go up the highway to get there. See if I remember that. Probably won't. Oh, there's the McDonald's the McDonald's ad. Am I heading the right way? Yeah. Just gotta go real far up the highway. Maybe this field just off to our left. I don't know if there's an entrance to this field specifically, but go ahead and cut across. Okay. First things first, we're gonna extend our wheelbase. Oh, we were already up, all the way up. Yes, this thing does have adjustable air suspension, so you can actually make it go up if you wanted to. Got the bifold booms. I am way off. Okay. Turn on all-wheel steer, not crab steer. Oh, he fancy, huh? Damn right I am. Got 130 feet of boom, I think, for 40 meters. It's like 130-ish feet. So, not too bad. Still can't tell if this is a stainless boom or if this is aluminum. It's one of the two. Might actually be aluminum now that I think about it. Turn the beacons off, turn the turn signals off, the hazards. Yeah, that's probably why this is my favorite, like, spreader rig type thing. Because not only can you spread the wheels, you can also lift the whole frame up, the whole vehicle. And it also has the sprayer, the regular spreader, then the applicator or the air boom spreader options. So only thing to get used to is the steering. It's a little sluggish. So quarter size hail, great. Hey, at least you don't at least you don't experience, or you're not experiencing friggin' lime size hail or anything like that. I've seen Radar Omega show me like 2-inch, 2.5-inch hail before. As like it's denoting, 2 to 2.5-inch hail. I've seen it. It's terrifying. Hell no for me. I mean, of course, quarter size isn't, ain't nothing to sneeze at, but it's a far cry from what it could be. Yep. There's that field done. The thing I set up on course play. Not bad. Makes me wish I had an auto drive course for this map, but it only came out like 2 days ago, so I don't have an auto drive course. There are no auto drive courses out there for this map yet. Probably won't be for a little while. I gotta check something. Why do I feel like that's different? I swear that is different. I think these numbers might be might be changed. These ones are the same. They're 0.4 liters per second. But I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so there's that. I just hear a chicken. Where I just heard like a chicken. I think I might be going crazy. I'm going crazy. I can tell you that. Well, I think for anyone that has known me long enough, it's probably not surprising. I am just a slight bit crazy. Uh-oh. That's not good. What the hell just happened? I just saw disconnected and then reconnection successful. Am I good? I think I am. Huh. Oh God. I heard myself. Yeah, I don't know. I looked over, or I saw something pop up on OBS said reconnecting, or it said disconnected and then reconnection successful. I was like, oh, okay. Not sure what that's about. My power did flicker for a moment. I heard my battery backup kick off for a second while I was streaming. So just be forewarned. If I, if I'm doing something and all of a sudden the stream stops, my power probably went out because Texas. I don't even think it's storming. I don't even think it's raining here. Grab my phone and check. It might actually be. It's about to. I can tell you that. So, well, I say it's about to. It's probably about a half hour away. I'm probably okay. Famous last words. I'm gonna get that off my screen. There we go. Let me get this set to the right speed. Try 15. And we'll bump it to 16. Make sure you have a little wiggle room. Love the interior on this vent. It's actually pretty sweet. That's in Celsius. That's not supposed to be in Celsius. Like, Giants, what are you doing? And why? Why is that in Celsius? America doesn't use Celsius, you fucking... Anyway. Should probably be careful with how I say that, because then Giants will be like, well, fine, we'll just do more Celsius stuff. We'll you know, like, screw you, American. It's like, all right then, fine, be that way. But anyway, it is a pretty nice interior. Aside from the Celsius thing. And also the kilometers per hour in the speedometer display. Actually, both speedometer displays. But, you know. I poke fun at it, but it's just, I get why they do that. It's just easier to, they already have the system for it in place. They might as well just use it. Although it's weird because in the, at least I think this is the way it was in 22, but they had, they had the conversion stuff in the game already for converting to like bushels and ounces and gallons and whatever, but it was just never used. So I don't know if they just ran into a problem with actually getting the conversions to work or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. The simple inspector mod, which is the thing that like right above the map where it shows like the speed, the thing I'm in, the fill level, that will do conversions. I can set it to bushels, gallons, whatever. I should do that. Hold on. Let me do that. So we'll do general settings. Unit of measured liquids, gallons. I say, look, 1,114 gallons right now. Now it's proper. so that contract's done, we'll finish it out, because why not? So here we're gonna smack our boom into the power line. Right. I forgot about that. DJ modding is one of those guys that is probably just like the rest of us and does not like collisions on power poles. So thanks, DJ modding. Because I don't like collisions on power poles either. It is super annoying. All right. That field is done. All right. So spraying contracts are done. Fold her up. Fold it up. Now I'm going to leave this guy here for the moment. Get this guy out of here. Just got to figure out where I need to go to get to 77. So if I go back to the highway and go north, take a right at field 30, and then go north and basically just stay on the road from there, I should be able to access that. Should be fairly simple. New phone. Who this? Nick. What's up, dude? Good to see you. I would hope that your accounts are secure, because if they're not, then I will have to ban you. Don't make me ban you. Just don't click any shady links, you know. It's the best thing you can do. If it looks shady, it probably is. Been a while. It has been a while. Yeah. Where does that lead? I'm curious now. Where does this road go? I'm flying. Huh. This leads to a sell point, I guess. Willies. Warning. Water level may rise without warning. Use extreme caution when in the water. Life jacket zone. How about? No. I'm in the water. Go for a swim. You got it figured out? Well, that's good. Okay, swim time over. Where did I park my thing? It's right over there. I'm gonna go trucking. Quentin, you can't just leave. That's illegal. I'm kidding. Have fun. All right. Beacons, hazards. I need money. Diesel expensive. I usually don't worry about all that. I just feed in my money. Because I'm a cheater. I'm a cheater. I only cheat at video games, though. Oh, look, McDonald's. We're gonna stop in for some McD's. McD's nuts. Oh. This door doesn't open. This doesn't even really look... Oh, this is a very rudimentary McDonald's, I ain't gonna lie. It also has no way to get in the back. Oh, there's a door right there. Let me in. Let me in. I want into the McDonald's. Yeah, whatever. I think that's a sign to lose weight. I mean, true. Like, I mean, I could go for some McDonald's right now. Actually, I could go for some Wendy's right now. McDonald's is meh. I said what I said. Well, the McDonald's, McDonald's stands are just like, oh my God, he hates McDonald's. What a fucking idiot. It's like, no, it's not, I don't know. It's just kind of meh. Wendy's, on the other hand, Wendy's is pretty good. In my opinion. I like Wendy's. All right, so this way, turn the corner, straight up past Copper Creek. This is a long ass distance I'm traveling. I've already put 10 miles on this tractor. And 10 miles in Farm Sim is actually like kind of a lot. Well, not really. But it's a decent amount. Today I spent almost $1,000 to fill up my truck just to get home. Good Lord. You boys and your diesels. Big tank means expensive fill-ups, yeah. That's what gets me. It's like, damn, $1,000 for real? Like, Jesus, how big of a tank do you have to spend that much? Big truck, not the dirt. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's not the not the Duramax, the big truck. Speaking of trucks, there's a truck with a is that a pace setter? Yeah, it's a pace setter. The guy's hauling grain, probably. $360 gallons. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. And diesel's like $3, $4, $5 a gallon or some shit, or more. I don't even know what the price diesel is right now. But that shit expensive. $369 Minnesota. Okay, that's not as expensive as I was imagining. Still fairly pricey, but could be worse. Let's see, we don't have any other contracts, so we'll do this one ourselves. Make sure double rate is turned off. Although it wouldn't matter because this is already at first stage. $79, $99 F-150. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's that damn plane again. It was flying all over. $80 for a full tank, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Could be worse, but it also could be better, probably.
Rather be paying $80 instead of almost 1,000. Yeah. I think we all would. We all definitely would be better off paying the smaller amount, but I guess in certain circumstances you can't really avoid it. There we go. Now we can do the auto turn. I could do. Change this to pounds. There we go. Got 29,000 pounds of fertilizer. I could actually do tons because I think you're supposed to. I think they measure fertilizer in tons. But I mean, pounds is basically just that with a conversion. So 29,000 pounds worth of fertilizer. Oh, God. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do the auto turn. And then I just don't activate the thing. Dumbass. Yeah, there's gonna be a whatever. I don't care. There's gonna be a strip to the right side. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Good Lord, I am hungry. Barely had anything to eat today. Turn. And turn. Nice. Better get to bed. I gotta go back out in the morning. Sounds good, buddy. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. And we'll see you next time. And be safe out there. Not guaranteeing anything without stupid people driving. Yeah, I get that. I get that 100%. Just be safe. Be as safe as you can. Watch out for all the idiots that don't know how to drive, and makes you wonder how they got their license in the first place. Not even the cars I worry about anymore. And see the truck drivers. I know I'd win versus a car. Yeah, yeah, you would. You definitely would, but probably better not to find out. So anyway, you get to bed. You be safe tomorrow. Doing your thing. All right, final pass fertilizer on this field. I think it's final pass anyway. Yep. I gotta worry about that little strip because this contract's already almost done. Here we. Oh God. Road closed. Yep. I might have just broken the law. Okay. Let's just fold up, get out of here, and pretend we never broke the law. Just gonna didn't break the law. Nope, not breaking the law. I'm not Judas Priest. I'm not breaking the law. All right, time to drive back home. I think it's gonna be a long drive. So boom, boom, boom. Unless there's more fertilizing contracts. 81. That's not worth doing. Oops, driving off the road. How do I get home? Oh, I know how to go. Okay. I just have to keep heading west. All right. So, just over 2 hours later, and been using the Plains and Prairie stuff for a little while. Honestly, I like the DLC. I think it's pretty good for what it is. There's a couple little minor things. I've mentioned this a couple times during the stream, but a couple little minor things about it. A couple of issues, really. Well, a couple issues and a couple of like things I got to get used to if I use the machines more than just right now. The couple of issues that have already been reported and seen by other creators and other people in the community. The unlimited color configurations mod from Giants doesn't work with a couple of the versatile tractors. It messes up the decals and screws up the colors for some reason. I'm not sure why. And then an issue that I noticed right before starting the stream, or not right before, I think it was earlier today. The Real Dirt color mod has an issue with the tempo, the Vaderstad tempo planter, where if you start driving with it, it starts throwing errors in the log and soft locks the game until you stop moving, and then it goes back to normal. So a couple little minor things, and the minor little, I don't know if they're critiques or what, but things I got to get used to. The steering on the Fendt Rogator and the Delta track are a little bit sluggish. It just feels a little slow for my liking. And then of course the Delta track with the sluggish turning also has a little bit of a wider turning radius than I'm used to. But not really a complaint per se, just more of a observation. Let's see, field 45 fertilizing 13,000. We're right up the road from it. I don't know how I don't know how to get to that field though. So nah, I'm not gonna do that. See if there's any more decent ones that come up. Oh, that's cool. The icon changes for each of the different versions of the spreader or the sprayer. So you got the one with the sprayer attachment. You got one with the NL720 spreader. I assume there'd be one for the Air Max spreader as well. So that's cool. Ton of harvesting contracts, mowing contracts. Not really interested in that. Mowing, might do that. Not gonna lie. Spraying, definitely could do this one. In fact, I am gonna do it. It's 56 grand. 64 is where? There's 64. That's a bit of a drive. I could totally do it. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. First, we gotta get home. So if I'm here, I can just go straight to Bison Ridge, take a left, and then a right near the bridge. Okay. I was gonna say, are those just static cows? No, they're moving. They're moving. Get it? Because they're cow. Anyway. Terrible joke. I gotta figure out what to plant in that field. Oh, forgot I knocked a sign down. So I think we'll just park this guy somewhere near the buildings. Yeah, we'll park it over here. Okay, so next thing, there's spraying and then there's mowing. So let's go grab the sprayer, because we got to take that over to the next field. Not exactly sure where the next field is. That's field 35, which is down here. Okay. So right down the highway. I can just go back basically to home, go north, and then hit that field. Okay. That's simple. Oh, God, yeah, that turning is sluggish. Should also probably suck this thing in a bit. Make it smaller. Where do I have to go? I think it's down here. Oops. Watch where I'm driving. Look at the GPS. Oh, God. Probably get these two contracts done, then we'll call it after that. But see how it goes. Oops, missed the turn. Oh, I knocked the sign down. Damn. Oh, I'm not going to be able to fit through there, am I? Nope. There ain't no way in hell. That's a problem. How am I supposed to get over there? I guess I'm just going to have to hop across the creek. Oh, it's not even that deep. Okay, hold on. Raise myself up just a little bit. Careful. There we go. Don't crash into the building. There. You made it. All right. All-wheel steering. GPS active. Back up to the corner. Spread the wheels out. Commence spraying. Figured I might as well decide on what mower I was gonna get. I was gonna do the front and rear, but it's not fitting to the stream here. Trying to keep everything as US spec as I can get, which there's a limit to that. Only so much that I can do. Let's go a little faster. There. Perfect. Do our usual auto turn with enhanced vehicle. Still controlling it manually, but it's doing the turning for me, which I prefer on these long, basically kind of mostly square fields. that's annoying. Thought I had deactivated the thing at the right time, but nope, I didn't. Well, whatever. Do 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 do. Not even gonna worry about that tiny little strip of weeds off to the left. It's not gonna be worth it to go back down and do all that. And after we park this thing up, we can take the Nemesis and the Vermeer mower and go do some mowing. Forgot to turn that off. There we go. Fold her up. Nice. I didn't realize there's actually a mirror right there. There's a mirror on both sides. Huh. I didn't notice that. All right. Turn this back to front wheel steer. And turn this off. Turn that back to that. Do straight down. Da, 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 da. Skies. I'm gonna have to cut across the creek. The low clearance of this bridge hut thing, whatever this is. Covered bridge. Probably just park this. Well, I can park it back in the shed where it came from. Once I do a little of this and this. Can I back it up without going into third person? Probably not. Yeah, I was way off. Definitely not very good at that. I've never really given myself a chance to actually do it. All right, spraying is good. Lord, that thing's dirty. Spraying is done. You can take the Nemesis for a drive. I'm gonna go out that door, but I can't. The door's blocked. One thing I will do just right quick. I'm gonna bring the sprayer back out. I'm gonna grab that last tote of not fertilizer, last tote of herbicide. Don't need that just sitting out in the neighbor's field. There we go. Back to just over 1,100 gallons out of 1,300 total capacity that we have set up on this one. There we go. All right. Nemesis with the Vermeer mower, and we can head to field 64. Remember exactly how to get to it. Oh, I can actually head north through the covered bridge. Super quick. Oh, actually, can I do that? I guess we're about to find out. Should have checked that a little bit more thoroughly. Nope. I figured that was the case. Shit. Okay. Plan 6. So I do have to go to the highway again. Basically up here, basically going to 73, but field prior to that. Okay. We'll drive a little bit more. See some more parts of the map that I haven't seen before, I guess. Although I've been up that way already, so there's not a whole lot else I can see that I haven't already. But I guess for anybody new that hasn't seen this map already, check it out again. Oh, just ran over that sign again. Probably like the 17th time I've ran it over. Can't pick it up and move it because apparently in Farm Sim you can't move the signs anymore. All right, so if I recall, I just have to go north and east past Bison Ridge and then hit the highway and head north. Okay. Although I wonder... No, there's no way I can do that, right? Can I just cut across and go this way? The answer to that question will be no. I had to find out. Do 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 do. All right, so it's not this grass field, it's the one past the bridge, I think. Yeah, it's this one on this side. Oh, it's a bit of a hilly one. Okay. This could get interesting. That's tree. So what we're going to do to compensate for that is turn this guy in. So that way it's in line with the tractor. And we're just going to set it up like a tail behind, basically. We'll have to reset this. Too far. 0. Ah, yes. Thank you, GPS, for doing that. That's great. Just a random line in the middle of the field. It's good. Great. that straight? I think it is. There we go. That's better. Minor adjustments. That's why I was apprehensive of even using this mower, because I've never liked the offset stuff. I've always liked it to be behind me. That was mostly a product of the old guidance steering in previous farm sim games. The if you went too far outside of your line, it would shift you over to the other one. FS25's GPS doesn't do that. It will act a little bit funny sometimes. So, but that's okay. Missed that a little bit, but that's all right. How many headlands was this set up on? 2. It almost looked like 3 for a moment. Guess I was looking at it wrong. Oh boy. See that in the distance? Let's say, see if I can get it to the edge of the screen so you can see a little better. That's a Jack Daniels plant right there. Is that the whiskey factory? Oh, yeah, it is. There's a beer and whiskey factory right there. Nice. You can tell this map is PC only, because and not coming to Mod Hub, because Giants would never allow that. It's almost hard to tell where I've even mowed. The colors kind of blend in. Let's see if that almost works. But not really. So get rid of this. Don't think it's going to count offset, which is good. Yeah, no, it's not going to count the offset. Let's see how this does. It might be okay. Miss a couple little spots, but that's all right. Making pretty good progress in this field, which is good. A few more passes left on this field. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's see, like three more passes after this. or after this one. I apologize for being so quiet, but nobody chatting, so there's really nothing to talk about, and really nothing of note going on screen anyway. Just really kind of back and forth mowing. It's really really all there is. So I don't know, maybe some people like the parts where I don't talk. I get it. I mean, there are times that I hate the sound of my own voice, so tend to keep quiet at times. Contract complete. Do the do this next pass. Probably not going to worry about the little strip that's left. Really no point in coming back doing all that. Kind of how it was for the spraying earlier. Didn't really need to go back and do a small strip. Good lord. I'm tired. Tired and hungry. One of those is kind of a problem because there's not a whole lot to eat right now. So, yeah. All right. That field is done. That contract is done. Beautiful. Could do field 60, but I don't really think that's necessary. We've been going for just over 3 hours, so probably as good of a place to stop as we're gonna get. So collect on these 2 contracts, fold up the mower. We'll head back to the yard. There's gotta be a better way instead of just taking the highway every time. I guess not, eh? So left, basically keep left till you get to the highway. And the beacon's on, the flasher's on. Turn this off, turn that back to that. Oh, look at that. Jeff Bezos has made his way over to Judith Plains, Montana. How about that? You got an Amazon warehouse. I'm assuming this is just selling all the standard stuff. Yep. That's all the standard stuff. And actually selling them at basically at price or at base price. Huh. How about that? Not too shabby. Right next to the this has to be intentional, placing the Amazon warehouse next to the whiskey factory. Which I'm curious. Where's the buy point for this facility? Right here. How much is it? 240,000? I almost would, honestly. I would almost buy the Jack Daniels facility. Then there's this Youngling beer factory over here too. So this is probably around the same price. Yep, 240,000. I don't know what it would need in terms of inputs. Probably wheat, oats, maybe. Well, not oats, barley. Whatever else. I wonder if that's a working scale. It probably is. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with those. Not too sure. All right, so I need to go down here all the way till the intersection. Take a right. Okay. Good Lord, how is there... I swear I look over my concurrent viewer count and it keeps rising. Like what is happening? mean, hi. You've come in at the wrong time because I'm heading back to the I'm heading back to my farm yard, and I'm going to end the stream at that point. So sorry, y'all came in at the wrong time. Feel free to subscribe though if you want to. It's free. You don't have to. I mean, you don't want to. I get it. If you want to, you can. Up to you. So I guess sorry to anybody who's tuning in. We're heading back to the yard. Is this the right turn? Yeah. We're heading back to the yard to call it for the night. Been going for about 3 hours. And it's usually about how long my streams last anyway, so my bad. I guess if you're interested in watching more of my streams, I stream mostly every weekday. I don't stream on weekends. It's kind of my time to relax and figure out what I'm gonna do for the next, basically for the week after, or for what would be the upcoming week, basically. Pretty much every weekday. If I don't stream, then I post a thing on the community tab. So the way people are, it's not even called the community tab anymore. It's called the post tab. But I feel like you know what I mean. I post over there if there's a time that I'm not streaming. But, usually every weekday. There's times that I take a day off and all that, so. Like I said, if you're interested in watching more, you can subscribe. Turn on notifications, all that good stuff. You don't have to. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. Just ran over the sign for the 17th time at least. All right, well, back at the farmyard. So, Plains and Prairies DLC. I don't know if I'm qualified to give a recommendation as to whether I would, I would recommend buying it. I don't really know if I'm qualified to give that answer. I think it's a good DLC. It has a couple little minor things, not really wrong with it, but just a couple minor things that have popped up today. So I mean, if you're not running a ton of mods like I am, then there's really nothing to be concerned about, because it probably won't affect you too much. Mentioned this a few times throughout the stream, but the unlimited color configurations, which is a mod by Giants, that mod has some problems with, I'll show you. I don't have it installed right now, or I don't have it activated. I have it installed, but I don't have it activated. It causes some problems with these verse tiles. I think it may actually just be this one, or I don't know if it's both, but it causes some problems with these two verse tiles where the decals disappear and then one of them is colored like a Ford, probably because they're the same tractor, just, different decals and colors and whatnot. So that's one issue. And then if you're using the Tempo K24 planter, if you have the real dirt color mod, that causes an issue with this. It'll start airing out your game and you'll lose control. So basically it'll kind of soft lock the game. the way to fix that is to just stop the tractor. You can still stop the tractor. And once that happens, it goes back to normal until you start moving again. Then it starts erroring out. So a couple little minor things. Those will be fixed. The real dirt color thing is an error with the mod, it seems. So, I mean, it could be something with the tempo planters tracks, but I'm not sure. I'd have to, if I had access to the files, I would look at it, particularly the DLC files, but obviously that's illegal. You can't do that. So I'm not even going to try. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. So anyway, just a couple little things and, you know, a couple little things that I've noticed, things that I got to get used to. The Fendt Rogator, its steering is a little bit sluggish for the most part. Same thing with the Delta Track. Wherever the Delta Track is, I forgot where I parked it. Where'd I park that thing? Over here. The Delta Track, its steering is a little sluggish too. The turning circle is fairly wide, which, you know, it's not an issue, I don't think. I mean, it's less than desirable, but I mean, I don't think it's a problem. Just a minor gripe, I guess. That's really all I can say about it. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly the DLC. I like the pieces in here. I'm going to use a lot of these pieces as sort of replacements for stuff that I've already been using. For example, the Sulfur 1260, I'm going to use this in place of the Super Chisel, even though I like the Super Chisel, but I like the Sulfur just a little bit more. The MFWD, definitely going to be using this thing because I like it. Nemesis, absolutely going to be using that. Sulfur 9620 applicator, definitely going to use that because that's super awesome to have. This seeder I haven't tested yet. I haven't done anything with it yet, but having used Forward Agriculture's version of this in previous games, this is probably similar to that. So I liked using it then, and I'll probably like using it now. Although the Forward Ag version of this didn't have the PD1000 cart, I don't think. It had a different version of the cart, but it had the same toolbar, which is the 84-foot Seedhawk XL. The Fendt Rogator, aside from the steering thing, is awesome. Absolutely going to use the crap out of this thing because I just think it's awesome. Having a sprayer and two versions of a spreader in one machine sort of package, I guess, is super cool. So love this thing. Vaderstead planter, like the seeder, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know how it performs. Don't know how it feels. So can't really give an opinion on that one. The grain cart, I looked at this thing a minute ago. Didn't even mention anything about it. Where did I park that thing? Where? Oh, it's in the main shed. Dummy. Grain cart, I've used this thing a little bit. I didn't use this in today's stream, but I used it a little bit earlier today when I was just kind of testing out the DLC, finding any issues, whatever, so I could, you know, prep stuff for the stream. Love this grain cart. It's huge. And I love this thing. You can adjust the tilt of the auger. You can adjust the tilt of the spout, like the end of the spout. You can adjust the angle of it too, so you can have it kind of more fore or more aft. So kind of swinging around and stuff. That's pretty cool. And also love the attention to detail here. So we've got all the different colors of hydraulic hoses plus the electrical connector. So you got spout rotate, spout tilt, auger fold, flow gate, and then jack. So it actually has a hydraulic jack on it, which is pretty cool. But love the attention to detail. I don't actually know if anything else had that.
It doesn't appear so. Well, there is a little depth gauge right here. That's what I assume that is, a depth gauge. You can find out how deep your disc is. So, not too bad. But yeah, overall, I like the DLC. It's got some great pieces in it. The other versatile tractors, the Ford stuff, I haven't tested yet, so I don't know how those are. I don't know if I'll use them. I'm not a huge fan of the manual transmission system in FS22 and FS25. So with those tractors, those are slow to get up and go as far as I could tell from other videos and stuff that I've seen. So yeah, I probably won't be using them. Maybe I will, but not very much, to be honest. The truck, forgot to mention this one. The truck I was using a little bit before the stream, and I like this truck. It's real smooth and looks great as far as I can see. So definitely gonna be using this in the future. The Trout River live bottom rear lift trailer. This thing's pretty cool. This whole ass end lifts up, and you can move the thing. I'll show you because it is actually super neat. So you can just lift it up. The whole axle frame moves forward, and you can put like a tipper under there. You can put just about anything that you would need to fill with this thing. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. But anyway, enough of that. I think it is time to call it for today. Nice 3.5 hour stream. Got a few things done. Got some cultivating. We had a field of potatoes right here. Cultivated that under. Did a couple of contracts. So got a bunch of those done. And yeah. So I think that'll be it for this stream. Nice little kind of overview of Plains and Prairies and playing on the new Judith Plains 4X map by DJ Modding. If you do decide to download this map, I don't have a link for it. But if you go to DJ Modding's itch page, itch.io, if you go to his page, I would very highly recommend downloading it only from there. Do not download it from those third-party sites like farmingsim25mods.com or whatever it is. Whatever those ones are, don't download them from there because those are very likely to contain malware or something. Some bad actor is going to do something stupid. So, get these mods and stuff from original sources. So get the map from DJ Modding's itch page and support him while you're at it. You can throw a few bucks his way. You don't have to. The map is completely free, but if you want to support him, you can do that through itch. He has like a donation thing that you can do. It's completely optional. But yeah, just get the stuff from original sources. Don't do the other third-party sites. Those are malware-infested shitholes, for lack of a better term. So anyway, that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I think we had a max concurrent viewer count of 13, which is higher than I've seen in quite a while. I know numbers probably don't matter to a lot of people, and probably shouldn't matter to me either. But I don't know, it's cool to see. So anyway, that's it for the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know where my music went. Oh, okay, it stopped. Probably at a pretty good time. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you tomorrow, I hope, with more Farm Sim, I think. Possibly. I don't know. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.